And once that money or lifestyle did not go the way they want, that's when they felt taken advantage of and when they were disgusted because they were doing it for money that they never received or a lifestyle that they never received.
You feel me? You lied to me.
Hey everyone, welcome back to episode
Yeah.
10.
Go ahead, do the intro, Batman.
We're here again with JS, Gene, Josh, and Big S. This
You
is a
heard?
special show because we're going into double digits. So I think
Yeah.
everyone has been with us. I appreciate you all. And what we starting with, guys?
Josh, where we starting with,
I ain't
Josh?
gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Hold up, right quick, G. And Josh. Yo, sure. I kind of like your little interest, right quick. Maybe we can practice on it because you got to pick your energy up a little bit.
Nah, I thought it was smooth. I thought it was actually smooth the way he did it.
Welcome, guys.
Never mind. Just do it how you did it. You get it.
I thought it was smooth. I was like, okay.
I liked it. It was good.
I liked it too.
Nah, that is Gene's thing right there.
Nah, anybody could give the intro,
He'll be
man.
back.
Anybody could give the intro. Episode 10, we're
Anybody get
back.
an intro? You ain't
Huh?
tell me that. I'm gonna try it next week.
Well,
Oh boy.
go ahead, right now. Go ahead, right now. Right now on the spot.
Yo,
Go ahead.
welcome back, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Episode 10 to the circle. We out here. Appreciate y'all for liking, subscribing, commenting, all the ones who did, man. But we out here back with y'all another week. Thank you for joining.
Did I not pin the video of the one lady who she went about how she always like has sex with her husband?
You pinned the comment, but not the video.
Oh, okay, all right, because I couldn't find it.
All
I
right,
was
It's
so
like, all
above the
right.
comment.
tell us what you're talking about though, because the viewers don't know.
All right, so I'm just gonna ask the question, and the question of the day is: should your spouse have sex even though they aren't in the mood? Who wants to start?
The person
Yes,
without a spouse, I'll start. I don't mind.
yes, they should. Go ahead.
I put it like this. I put it like this. They should, if this is how I put it. The only way I can say, yeah, they should have sex even when they're not in the mood is if it's been like a whole week. Like you're not gonna tell me you're not in the mood for the whole fucking week. We're not doing this. We are not doing this. Now, yeah, you got the right to not be in the mood every now and again, but for a whole week, yo, look, man, I'm trying to be sympathetic with you, but I need it at least 2 to 3 times out the week, like those days.
Yeah. Yeah, so I initially said yes, they should. So let me give context and background to that, right? Depends on what you're trying to follow, right? Every marriage has some sort of foundation or blueprint that both partners follow, right? That the marriage is built upon, to where there's certain things that are deal breakers, right? Because there's still deal breakers in marriage, and then there's some things
Yeah,
that are like kind of like non-negotiable things that you both agreed upon that you cannot break. So for some people, some couples, before I talk about my marriage, for some people, the deal is like JS said, hey, at least 2 or 3 times a week, and I'm good. So if that's broken, then you open up the marriage for unfortunate things, possibly,
infidelity,
right? So with me and my wife,
infidelity. Just say it.
yeah, with me and my wife, we do our best to live uh, a pleasing life in the eyes of God, right? We're not perfect, right? But we do read our Bible and everything. And listen, like my wife says, her body belongs to me and my body belongs to her. So it might sound like a little 18th century or a little, little like the patriarchy. However, it's like, yo, can you imagine as a man if your wife wants to have sex and you say no? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Uh
that's
huh.
just most of the time that's not the situation, right? So this question, when a lot of people hear it, they're basing it off of the man asking for sex and the woman saying no. So it's a two-way street because what if I'm not in the mood, right? Is my partner, can my partner be understanding? And I think there are times where you have to be understanding within
Uh-huh.
a certain realm of things. But overall, again, like if we finish recording right now, I'm tired, and my wife is like, "You're not going to sleep? Nah, I need some." Like, bro, I gotta give in. Like that's my wife. You know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna do?
Shit.
Yeah,
I'm not
It's
gonna
different
lie.
for men though, because
Wait,
hold
hold
on,
on, big
because as
ass.
men,
Before you
we
give your take, let me get my take, and then you can go.
Get him,
okay,
Okay.
go
Josh.
ahead.
So I'm gonna say no, and the reason being is because there are times like when we get exhausted, I get exhausted, she get exhausted, and it's just not the same as far as you like trying to pressure them into like not pressure, but talk them into like, yeah, I want some right now. Because sometimes even at that moment, even if you want it and she doesn't, and she still gives it up, or vice versa, it just doesn't hit the same.
Gonna
Like,
be
yeah, I
whack.
got out of it,
You right.
but
I have
it
a
just
question
doesn't
though.
feel the same.
I have a question. How many times y'all think y'all done had sex anyway when your partner didn't feel like it? That's probably most of the time, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
So
true.
yeah.
I mean, there are
Especially,
moments when if one doesn't feel like it, you're like, okay, we'll get over with, like just to like get off on it so you can sleep. But it's kind of different between, well, a lot of marriages are different. Like there are some marriages that you like you said, like, hey, my body is yours, your body is mine. But then there are times when we look past that, meaning that we love more than each other. Like if sex happens, it happens, but we don't like try to pressure one another to it.
see, I think that's the a falsehood of that question. That question that if you say yes, that means that you're pressuring, right? So I think that's like a falsehood of the question. The question is just should your partner, not should you force your partner. You know what I
Right.
mean? So the question still leaves that up to what your partner decides to do, not you forcing your partner or the individual you're dealing with to have sex with you. Because I can tell you this, there's never been a time where I pressure my wife. Like, look, yeah, I'm a man, but I will gladly roll over. All right, babe, see you in the morning and go to sleep. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And vice versa, because that's another level. Now, if we just go by should your partner have sex with you when they don't feel like it, that's why my answer is yes. They should. That has nothing to do with me doing anything at all. They're just like, hey, I want to have sex. They should
Look,
have
look, that's
sex.
why I said the 2 to 3 times out the week thing because I was on the other side of the fence. Like I actually had a woman that was like, I want some, and I'm like, yo, I'm not in the mood, and she like, yo, make sure you're in the mood tomorrow. Like, who the fuck you talking to?
I mean,
You're not gonna force me to do something that I don't want to.
at least she gave you that day. You know what I'm saying? She gave you 24 hours.
Nah, but she gave me it with a threat. Like, you don't threaten
I
me.
mean,
I threaten you.
That sounded like that was coming next, right?
I thought he was going to say that. I threaten you.
Yeah. But on the real, right? Because that's like a obviously a lot of these questions and topics are like hypothetical. I mean, it's real though, right? It's real.
It
But
is.
that also
mhm.
changes depending on your life. Like we got two kids over here, right? So my
Yeah.
mindset, my so you ask me if I'm talking about me, with my mindset, it's like, yo, yes, we should have sex when I want to have sex because we got two kids, which means we kind of don't know sometimes when that next time is coming because you got one that's a baby that's going to sleep, right? The other one that's a little bit
Great point.
older that you got to put certain precautions in place, right, to make sure nothing occurs. You know what I mean? So again, too, I think that depends on the lifestyle of the marriage, who's all in the family, all those things. Like if you two single people and you ain't got no kids, like y'all should be all over the house with it. You feel me?
Agree. I agree with that.
Well, for the person that asked the question, what you think, Sean?
Yeah. So, I am 100% in agreement with everybody, even though you all had
Different
a
answer.
different view. But I think that all you guys are right because there's no wrong answer. But I'm gonna go with the basic answer of yes. However, it shouldn't be every time. Like they should, I should have a right
To say no.
say no, if I'm not in the mood. And then, as Gene said, I mean, as a guy, if I'm not in the mood, there's some times where he's not going to be in the mood, and then you just can't do nothing. As for a girl, though, do they have that excuse? Like, there's nothing that rises on them or that goes down. So, but I do think that it it should be yes. However, you can say
Well,
no.
did you
So
just?
basically, you said you agree with all three of us, but you really only agree with me.
No, no, no. I mean,
My answer was the
so
closest to
Gene
what
said
you said.
yes.
Yeah, he said yes. Josh said no. So yes means yeah. Whenever I want it, you give it to me. No means no. She can say no. What you just said was the same thing I said without great detail. I need it at least two or three times out the week. So yeah, you got the right to say no, but not for the whole week.
I didn't realize we was like doing teams
Yeah.
or something. They trying to like,
No,
Now we're not doing
I'm not
teams.
doing
I'm just showing Sean that instead of being trying to be diplomatic, tell the truth. You only agree with one person.
no, I agree with everybody. I said that. So Josh said that you say no. I agree. However, it shouldn't be no for long, long periods. Otherwise, it brings in issues.
yeah, yeah, of course, man, definitely. You just like you got to know your partner, and your partner has to know you. I think that's the ultimate answer because every relationship is different. Every deal y'all got or understanding that people have is completely different. Look, I don't care if nobody say like sex.
Drive
Sex
is
is
different
important
too.
in a relationship, bro.
It is
Like
very
sex is important. It's not the end.
just as important as the
Oh, oh,
finances.
oh.
Just as important as finances.
Mm,
Here, hold on. Here, also, let me say here where I differ with Gene is he said that that is his if his wife says no, then he rolls over and he goes to sleep. I'm going to handle myself.
That's a
I
fact.
was waiting for it. I
I'll
was
be
waiting
right
for
back.
it.
I'll be right back.
I was waiting for it.
This
I will
guy,
be right back.
this guy,
I was waiting for it.
this
I mean,
guy.
yes.
You know something? I thought about this. When I get married, and this might sound crazy, y'all, but when I get married, I know how I could not like cheat on my wife. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a real loud sex doll, like that feels like fleshy and everything. You don't want to give me that? I'm tearing that sex doll up. When I'm mad at you, I'm tearing that sex doll up. When I feel like I want something different, want to see a
I
different bitch,
haven't went
I'm
there yet.
tearing that sex doll up.
I I think that you should seek help. And like,
Why? No, think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Wouldn't your woman rather you have a sex doll than go have like cheat with another woman altogether?
I don't know. It depends on y'all kink. Because your woman might look at you like this. Oh, he weird. It
I
depends on
don't
your
care.
kink.
You
Why
lucky that
would
I'm not cheating on you. You want to call me
why
weird? All
would
right, let me go. I'm gonna go bag something that's real. Then let's see if you think I'm weird or you hurt now.
As long as it doesn't become a pattern where you constantly go to that to that door, because you say when you're angry, you're gonna go to that sex
Yeah,
door.
like when I don't want her touching me and I want some still, I'll tear that sex
Oh,
doll up.
stop it. But it's a movie where this wife gets her
the AI?
husband like an
Yeah,
AI
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I've seen it.
yeah, yeah.
woman, and
Yeah,
then he's like having sex with it or whatever.
What's the name of that movie? I
I don't want
forgot.
no
it just
AI, but
came
I don't
out.
want no AI woman though, because then I might really leave my wife because she gonna be talking
Yeah,
better,
it
doing
just
whatever,
came
whatever I
out.
want. Give me the regular joint that don't talk to me, so I can have some emotional connection with my wife. And when I'm mad, I will kill this sex doll.
I haven't watched the
I've
movie,
seen
but
it. It's actually pretty good.
You talking
Uh,
about
seen
the
the
one
trailer.
with Megan Fox, right?
Megan Fox, no. There's the one. What's
Never
his name?
heard.
I
I
forgot
never
the
even
actor's
heard
name.
about it.
I forgot the actor's name, but he plays in The Boys. He plays like
Yeah.
the nerd in The Boys.
He
I
I
plays
never
forgot
the
his
seen the
nerd.
name.
boys.
Who? Huey?
Yeah, he plays Huey in The Boys. He's in that movie.
Huey from the boys. I'm gonna find it. Y'all go ahead, keep talking. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. That's Jack Quaid, by the way,
Yeah,
Dennis
yeah.
Quaid's son. I'm
Oh
into the
shit!
actors and stuff like
Really?
that.
I did
So
not know.
Oh, I didn't
I
even
don't
know
know
that.
who any of them people are. I only know actors by their face and their character names.
oh, he talking about
Sean only knows
companion,
black actors. That's it.
companion. That's
Elizabeth,
what you're
yeah.
talking about. I
Yeah,
haven't
No,
saw
yeah,
that
I
one
don't
yet,
only
but
know
yeah.
I'm
black
gonna watch that.
actors. You know how long it took for me to find out Anthony Mackie name, and I liked him.
Oh, okay. But you know his name.
Now,
Name some more actors.
huh?
There's another one I saw too, though, yo. Where what's my man? My man from Luke Cage. Yeah,
Oh, the black
I don't
dude.
know that nigga.
yeah, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm
I
talking
know
about.
Mark Wahlberg.
That's the one I'm talking about. For the
You talking
female.
about that one? So
Everybody know Mark
Yeah,
Wahlberg. He's
but
a
you said I
rapper.
only know black rappers. I mean, black rappers, black actors.
Yeah, but
I know Van
he's
Diesel.
black adjacent. He black.
Vin
Yeah.
Diesel.
Yeah, he mixed.
All right. Well, I know Matthew
And the rap.
McConaughey.
are you talking about white actors you don't know?
No, he said I only know black
Black.
actors. I
Oh,
know Kevin O'Connell.
Who?
Kevin O'Connell. See, look, he the one that played Joe's
I don't know
apartment.
who that is.
you
Oh,
like
yeah, his
yo,
favorite
Joe,
you
movie.
like
how old is that
bro. You need
movie?
to.
That
You
movie
know
is
what? You
like
need to
30
stop
years
going
old.
outside. You need to glue yourself to like a chair and just like watch YouTube and catch up from 2010 to now. Because I don't know what time. Yo,
No, I know movies above that. I just don't know their names.
but Joe's apartment. Like
That was my
who?
joint.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey, he
I
used
used
to
to
watch it all
watch
the
it.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to watch it with him. Welcome to
Well,
Joe's apartment.
back when we was in,
Body
back
bow wow.
when we was in that life, man, it was glad to see white people actually live that same life too, with all the roaches and stuff.
Yeah, bro. A lot of them do, man. They just don't show it like how
Yeah,
they
Nah,
like
show
you gotta
us.
think about it.
It's,
They call hillbillies
nah, that's a fact. It's
yeah.
again, right? It's about what the media
rednecks.
puts out there. So before we get into the other topic, man, I do want to give blessings and healing to everyone in Texas, Kerr County that had this dangerous flood, man, this deadly flood.
Right.
I think it's up to 104 people dead, mix of
Wow.
adults and children, unfortunately. And I was looking at Kerr County to see the elevation. The elevation above sea level is about 1,600 to 2,000 feet, which is the norm, and actually a little bit better. But what happens is they have the Guadalupe River that runs through that entire part that overflowed, and like literally, I just wake up one day like I didn't even see any warnings. I don't know if you guys saw any. Normally you get like these flash flood warnings
Yeah.
that tell you
Right.
like
No
Yeah.
damage
advisories,
can
no nothing
happen.
happened.
Yeah, I feel like I just woke up one day and there's like dozens dead in Texas from a flood, and it's like what happened? So shout out to everybody that's out there donating, the first responders and
Yeah.
everything. uh I
Yeah.
mean, there's
Our hearts death.
nothing much to really say on that because it's a tragedy. However, of course,
Yeah.
when these things happen, it does affect the political landscape, right? So there have been
Yeah.
conversations about some of the government cuts and what Trump is doing and not doing. And my question is, do you think with something like that, that is state level, if we just want to talk politics, something like that is state level, do you think the federal cuts that took place had something to do? No, sorry. Do you think that the federal cuts that took place or that taken place that we are aware of and not aware of could have hurt how they respond to moments like this when they're in crisis?
The sad part is it should, but I really believe that it does because people are risking their lives to get things done. You know what I'm saying afterwards, and when you start cutting stuff, it's like, yo, listen, like what else do you expect for us to do? Like for real, like it's only but so much we can do. Now federal cuts, which is sad, should not affect each state, but like federal cuts, as we know. are going to trickle down to the states. Why? Because federal is bigger than just state. But at the same time, it's like you can't get nobody to come down there and say, I want to help out and I want to work to do anything like this, and you're not paying them right. You know what I'm saying? Like these are their lives also. And there was a lot of disasters that happened. People volunteered, then they walk away, and some years later they find out they got mesothelioma or something. Like nobody wants to go through that, and they got to argue to get health care to get this stuff done with them.
Hey, Josh, Big S.
Yeah. I mean, so anything that happened in the past few days or weeks or months, no, I don't think has a direct effect on what's happening now. However, FEMA is extremely important. So any cuts that happens to FEMA, everyone locally will feel
Mhm.
the effects. However, on a state level, as soon as these things happen, you should be putting out warnings. You should be letting people know where to go, what to do, who to contact, and then you should be trying to call in for aid. However, when all these things happen, both sides just look to blame the other, which now we shouldn't be blaming anybody. We should just be working on helping people. That's my
No,
take.
I agree
That
with your take. I do.
Yeah. So, and I think again with something like this, right, the response time, it's important to have all sorts of plans in place that would allow the proper response time, even when you don't really have time to execute something that would keep everyone safe, right? You try to keep the most people that you can safe. When you see the number of people that are dead and the number that's still
yeah,
missing from this floods,
right.
that unfortunately tells me that there was not the proper response in the chamber in the book for in the event of a flood, right? Unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
and again, it's not to
That,
blame anyone. It's just a fact of the matter. And then again, we talking about the cuts, how it trickles down to statewide. I even go further, right? If you know, for most states, sometimes if you know you're not getting that assistance, again, like, do you put more people on the regular staff that responds to these emergencies, or like what do you do? You know what I mean? What's the backup? How do you fill that void, or do you just accept the help that you're gonna get now?
I'm upset that these places that like have these large rivers and stuff like that that can like destroy a town or like a large area haven't already had plans in place just in case something like that happens. Don't wait for it to happen. I don't care if it ain't happening in 100 years. So what, it can. You know what I'm saying? It's like being living next to a
Yeah.
volcano.
So
Why you don't have like emergency like plans just in case this thing goes off?
Complacency.
yeah. Well, so it's gonna always come down to budget. Do you want to spend money on training people for something that is unlikely to happen, or you don't know if it's ever going to happen?
Which is why I said complacency, because they probably put it in place, but because it hasn't happened for so long, they probably thought in their heads, "Oh, that's not going to
They
happen,"
stop.
and then they
Yeah.
pass it on down
Cancel the
to the
program.
next
Yeah.
person they train, and it just trickles down there until like, "Oh, that's never going to happen." And then when it finally does
Yeah.
happen, they
Then it
start
happens.
panicking. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on.
But you know what's
Then
crazy?
they put in a plan, and
Hmm.
then the cycle happens all over again
Right.
until they
Hmm.
decide, you know what, we don't need
Yep.
this. What's the odds of it happening again to
Yeah,
us?
you know what's crazy,
You know, I
and this
mean,
might be kind of controversial what I'm about to say, but the same thing, like it makes no sense to say why put a plan in because like this might not ever happen because we put a plan in for military. Who knows if we're gonna always go to war? Now, yes, we went and we had military things happen a lot more often than something like that, but at the same time, there's years that the military ain't got to do nothing. We make stuff up for them to do. You know what I'm saying? So you want to stop training them because like we ain't had a fight in so long? That's stupid.
Well,
So
New York, they had that hurricane a while back and the floods and stuff like that. I mean, and everybody they criticized them and their response, and then in New Orleans. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, it always happens. I mean, so
yeah, unfortunately,
I don't know.
unfortunately,
And the
Is
sad
it?
part
Yeah.
is, you think they would learn from that? Like, just because something didn't happen over there in like all
Yeah.
them years, it finally did. So y'all gonna keep just waiting?
And actually, just around the Gulf, I mean, if you just look, I mean, you just know that it will happen there because it happens, Florida and Georgia,
Hmm.
Alabama, New Orleans. I mean,
Right,
all those
like
states there.
Texas, you're on the border.
hurricane.
Yes.
There's water right
Hurricane
there.
floods. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
So,
and then
see,
this
that's
river.
what
but
y'all
they
get.
do have stuff
That's what y'all get, America. You want to
in
kick
place.
Mexico out of Texas and put a gate
Well,
around it, talking about this is
well,
ours
speaking
now. Now the
That's the dam.
Guatemala tore y'all up.
what, what?
The Guatemala River. That's what you
I
said,
didn't hear
right?
what he said. Nah.
It wasn't called the
Oh, you talking
Guatemala
about
River.
Gene? Nah.
That's not what I. One, that's not what I said. Two, two. On the serious note, don't say that's what America gets. America didn't pay the price. You had hardworking people and innocent children that paid the price. That's the
You're
that's
right.
tone,
You're
that's
right.
tone deaf.
But
That's
the
tone
river
deaf.
that blew up though, was it? What's the name of it?
Hold on. I'm about to tell you. That's tone deaf, bro. It was the Guadalupe River. And speaking of Mexico,
Guadalupe.
you made a
Guadalupe.
you made a point, a good point, before you start saying that nonsense. The only people
Yeah,
that actually
but
gave them
I'm
aid,
not. I was wrong for saying that's what y'all get. That I was dead wrong for saying that, and I apologize, people, because
because
it's not like we that's
Mexico,
around was the ones that did it. You know what I'm
because
saying? So
America
that
don't pay the price. But the Mexico president, who is a woman, actually sent aid to Texas. How you guys feel about that? Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
I did not know that.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
she
That's
sent aid. Yeah,
wow.
yeah. I'll show
That's
you right.
that's very humble of her.
Yeah, she's a human. She sent help. Yeah, she sent firefighters, search personnel, all sorts of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Well, damn.
her name is Claudia Scheinbaum. Yeah, yep.
Yep. Yep.
She must got some
So
family that lives in Texas.
again, right when I started off my first statement, I spoke about how the political outcome and things that go around this, right? And here we have someone that has every human right and political right not to send any aid and risk her own people
It's a fact.
that are not citizens of America. But guess what? She sent them anyway. I see they let them in without a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And
They let
Trump
them
want to
in
deport
and
people.
and again, that just for me, man, you gotta applaud people like that that are human
Yeah.
first.
Hats off.
They're
Hats off
human
to them.
first.
And that
Huh?
happens a lot. I don't know you, if you guys know, but when we have a, a disaster here, so Mexico
Yeah,
and Canada,
yeah.
they send aid, and
I'm
we
aware of Canada. I didn't know Mexico did.
pull these people in and help, especially like if it's power lines or it's hurricane, and they just need like just the manpower of all the electricians and these poll workers. They we
Yeah.
let them in,
Just
and help.
shout out to people still being human, man. So I don't want that to be
Right.
We do this
huh?
too, though, and we do this also
Of course.
for other
But
countries too.
my point is this whole thing that we have going on with ICE is targeting Latino people, people of Latin descent. And here Mexico is sending people in to help. When current sitting president referred to them as gang members and grapers. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
Grapists.
Drug
So
dealers.
yeah.
That yeah.
So I think it's very, very I think we gotta just point that out. And yes, we do send aid. I'm aware of that. All right. So again, man, Prayers to everyone in Texas, and thank you, Mexico. Appreciate you. All right, what's
Appreciate
the
you,
next?
Mexico.
Anybody want to lead off with the next topic? Y'all know what we gotta talk about. You know what we're here for.
That man beat it. He beat the Rico. He got two other charges for the trafficking, but he beat the Rico.
He'll get trafficking, bro.
He got a set no
Prostitution.
prostitution. Two charges on prostitution.
Okay,
Transporting prostitution.
Transporting.
transporting. That's trafficking.
But they
But
didn't label it as trafficking.
Not
check
trafficking.
this out, though. It's still up to
The judge. Yeah,
20
still up
years,
to 20
man.
years.
Yeah,
But
because
I'm just
both
saying
because
that
both
The
counts
cases.
hold 10.
yeah, it's not trafficking
Yeah,
because they didn't deem that anyone was forced to
yeah.
participate in those travels. I'm
But
gonna be so.
trafficking is if you fly somebody out with the intent of
That's what I
sexual things.
said.
If he's
I,
transporting prostitutes, then that's
I
sexual
said
intent with transportation. Ain't that trafficking?
no. Did you not just hear what I said? No one was coerced, bro. Trafficking is when
Yeah.
there's findings that people were coerced or forced into the travel. He paid.
That I didn't hear that in the law of trafficking. I heard in
Well,
the law of
trafficking is
trafficking is
trafficking
to
is
fly to paper travel with
no.
the intentions of sex.
All right. So you seen that movie with Liam Neeson, right?
Yeah, taken.
Yeah,
Taken.
yeah,
Okay.
Yep,
taken, yeah,
What's the title?
taken.
taken.
Okay. What were they gonna do with her? They were gonna prostitute her, right?
They were going to sell her
Yeah,
off
they
to
was going.
sex work,
Okay.
Yeah,
to
they was
Was
sex
gonna
that
sell her off.
was
traffickers.
They was
that
gonna
her
drug her up,
will?
sell her
Was that
off.
was that her will?
Nope.
No, it
That's
wasn't.
that's why it's trafficking. If I fly out someone that's in the sex industry, a sex worker, and she's willing to be flown out, that's prostitution. If I go pick up a sex worker in New York and bring her to Connecticut, that is prostitution, not trafficking. Trafficking would be me picking her up and driving her across state lines without her permission, with the intent to have indulge in sexual acts.
Hmm.
Is that true, Sean?
What you asking Sean
Yes,
for, nigga?
Yeah.
yes.
What?
So,
I'm
it,
Don't
saying
ask
yes.
no
It's
Sean.
true.
I'm telling you, you don't need to ask no Sean. You Google it if you want. Talking about
Yeah,
ask Sean.
I'm
You
about
think he?
to.
that's the
What are you talking about?
definition
Ask
of sex
Sean.
trafficking.
The fact that you don't know the difference, you don't need to ask nobody. I'm telling you what the difference is. You gotta ask Sean.
No, I do. If I
oh
don't know the
my
difference, then
goodness.
I do need to ask somebody so I can be
And I
right.
just
That's
told
first and
you. We
foremost.
gonna talk about.
Second of
We
all,
gonna talk about some
Talk,
Sean. You better use
even
your
with that,
AI.
Sean, two of us said it
Right.
is.
Use your Google or
the
something.
definition of sex trafficking.
You better wipe your glasses so you can think.
What you been
So,
drinking, bro?
Harbor and transport.
It's
Okay.
literally against their will.
yeah, it's against it.
But Gene said,
While JS
yeah.
gets familiar,
So,
tell us, Big
and
S.
No, because
and
actually it
and
says the
it
action.
don't even have to be, huh?
It actually says the
It
act.
don't even have.
My
Go on,
fault.
JS. Go on.
I,
Go on.
I
Me.
shouldn't go.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. The action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or area to another for the purpose of sexual exploitation, not against their will, just illegally. That's
It's
it.
still
Exploitation. That's the
it's
key
still the
Sexual
word.
same thing.
exploitation to have sex with them.
No, what does exploitation mean? Now look up exploitation.
Exploitation is the act is like okay, exploit to take
They,
advantage of.
dude, you okay? Take advantage of. In the Diddy case, it was no findings that he took advantage
Oh,
of these prostitutes.
hold up. They got it even further here.
Oh my gosh. While he gets familiar with Webster, Big
Oh
S,
no,
make your case.
okay. So they just now had a second part to it that says this means that a commercial sex act is induced by force, fraud, or coercion. So you're right.
What do you mean just now? That's always been there. You just didn't know the definition. It
No, because
didn't
the
just
definition that I read was something else. I just went to something different, and it gave me a deeper detail of the definition.
I would just like to add that it don't have to be
right.
physical force neither. So say if Gene
Psychological
went, well,
force.
I'm not going to use Gene,
Yeah.
he
Right.
said that. If he went and it was a girl, and then he took her license, he took her purse, and was like,
If
"Listen,
you want it
you
back,
got to come
yeah.
with
Psychological.
me
Yeah.
on the trip to get fact, yeah. Boom. Now that's
And
still
and
it's
let's
still
call it what
trafficking.
it is. Like it's prostitution because he was paying these people, and these people were willingly receiving monies. Like no one ever got there and was duped. Like, oh, got you. It's you got to have sex with her for free. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like all these
Oh,
people were paid.
and it's bugged out because what's even sadder is somebody can say yes, and then when they say no afterwards, after they get flown out of something, it's still called sex trafficking, even though the initial thing was agreed upon. If they decide that they don't want, like afterwards when they get flown out, okay, now I don't want to do it. You're considered sex trafficking. It's sitting right here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well,
Bro,
so that's also about in rape too, in like a lot of
So if
cases,
somebody can
which I'm
say
not gonna
yes,
say like
You gotta say grape,
but
grape,
but
grape,
yeah,
please.
can't.
oh yeah, yeah, great, yeah, I'll beat that out. Um, if uh, if after the fact, and I've had this talk with my wife, but if you go and you're drunk and it's a drunk male and it's a drunk female and they have sex and then that female says in the morning that she did not want to have sex, should that be rape?
Grape,
So
man. Come on, you gotta have me
great.
adding too
So
much.
you
I'm
gotta be
sorry.
careful with that because in California, at least in the California law's eyes, it is considered that. Yes,
It is
you gotta be
Yeah,
because
careful
yeah.
with that. Even if you're both drunk.
that yeah,
Yeah.
incoherent.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone's incoherent, how could they fully agree to participate in the act? And it doesn't matter
right?
if
If
the
you're
man
inebriated, yeah.
if the man was the man will just be seen as someone that took advantage. Point blank
Yep.
period.
And that's sad
And
because we was
Exactly.
both drunk. So what if I get up and say, "Nah, I ain't
yep.
want to do it neither"?
Well, the sad thing is in California, 9 times out of 10, if you are a man, you do that with a woman, the man's going to jail. 9 times out of 10.
Basically, y'all ladies need to stop
And
y'all
that's
BS, all right? Y'all getting us caught up out here. If you're gonna say yes, keep it yes. Stop playing with us.
I mean,
No,
Mm.
ain't
not y'all.
y'all. I mean, I ain't in that game anymore. But I mean, that's scary.
I said
I
women
mean,
need to
that's
stop
scary
playing
because
with men. Like I know it's not us
I
up
went to
here.
college and uh, there was a lot of nights where a lot of people were drunk and they did stuff, and then they're like, "Oh, I can't believe I did that." But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just lucky that it never went that far. I guess I don't know.
I've seen cases like that too.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. I
But
mean,
yeah, he's facing 20 years if they give him the maximum for each count because the maximum holds 10 years on each count. I don't think he's gonna get
yeah,
20 years at all. I don't think he's gonna get 10.
I think he might get time served
Yeah, I think he's gonna get that.
unless the judge wants to make a point. But
yeah.
for me, and I hate it sucks, man, because you can't. Sometimes society doesn't allow you to have these opinions when you're a man, because they just say you're mansplaining or defending a man. But when right, we all read and saw the same thing that happened, right? That everyone testified. And again, Big S, you made this point a few episodes ago, like people lied and then switched their stuff. So now it's like the trust factor goes down. And then there was one Jane Doe that got on there and she spoke about how she was willing to do everything to be treated how the other ladies were treated, right? To have the lifestyle. And then when she saw she wasn't getting the lifestyle, she got mad and she got upset. Like, what do we call that? That's almost like sexual blackmail.
A
Like,
bitch.
like to me. And then, I didn't say that, y'all. And then,
I
and
did it.
then, and then to be on the stand and say, when the defense asks who's paying for your lawyer fees, Sean Combs is. Who's paying for your apartment? Sean Combs is. Like, I'm so confused. So again, what I think it doesn't matter what I think, right? Because the sentence is out, but I can say what I think now, right? Is that Diddy is super freaky. He found people that were willing to be freaky for the amount of money that he had to offer. And once that money or lifestyle did not go the way they want, that's when they felt taken advantage of and when they were disgusted because they were doing it for money that they never received or a lifestyle that they never received. With that being said, I also do believe that at some point in time there was some things that went down that shouldn't have went down, unfortunately, right? Because of that type of world.
Yeah.
However, it's like I said last time, bro.
Also,
Like, yo, we always be like, man, OJ did it. But it don't matter if we say that because he was found not guilty. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like
Facts.
it's like it's like an opinion that that's not it shouldn't matter, but it's going to matter when you talk about the
It's
character
going
of
to.
that person because look at how long it took. Like OJ still never recovered. Like we accepted him. We accepted him. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
still made fun
black
of him.
black people. So I think for Diddy, it's gonna take some time, man. The damage to me is done, but he might be able to rebrand, rebuild. I don't know, but I think overall it was pure character assassination,
Just
right?
like I said.
yeah, that. But let's not leave out. And I know that you wanted to say this. He is also
Yes,
an abuser.
yes,
He
yes.
is an
Yes.
abuser.
You know why I
He
didn't say
did a
that?
lot of
Because you know why I
domestic
didn't say that?
violence because he
Yes,
wasn't
right. And the
found
reason why is
guilty.
because every time
But
we spoke about it,
we saw the
every time we
evidence.
spoke about the Diddy case, we ourselves had spoke
Charge
about the
him. Yeah,
abuse. We said like, yo, if this
yeah,
was a
yeah,
DV
yeah.
case, he should be in jail, right? If
Yeah.
we're going by the
Hmm.
letter of the law, he was not on stand for
Why
that.
didn't
He
they charge him with that?
say that
That's
again.
what I want
That's
to
a
know.
fact. And he paid for that. The NDA was signed. He
Why
cashed her
didn't
out.
they charge him with that?
Say that again, Big S.
Why didn't they charge him with the
Statute
assaults?
statute of
Of
The
limitations.
his.
NDA was signed. She got paid
Yeah,
for it.
You
She
think
yeah,
can't use it.
yeah. That's true.
you think that it stopped?
That's
You think it stopped?
She
hearsay,
she with the white guy. Whoever she with.
hearsay, and hearsay. Right? That video is straight evidence. So that video was what 2008. They said right 2008.
Hmm.
I don't know.
You got
Whenever
your
that
ass whooped all
2008
the way back then. Got
or
paid now,
2008
and you still
or,
complaining.
or 2018 maybe, right? Yeah, it's like, hey, there was so many things that was wrong on during that part. And look, man, we all say, yo, he should be in jail for that. He wasn't charged with that. So I know people will say like, oh, you got a wife, a mom, yeah, right. Yes, I would want that individual in jail.
Right.
Like, guys,
But
the
she
thing
chose the
is,
money.
I'm just like, we gotta protect the law. That's what I'm saying because it's a slippery slope to put people in jail because of moral outrage or societal outrage about something that they're not on trial for,
Right.
right?
And
And
once again, she got paid. She took the money.
you guys understand what I'm saying? Like that's think about it, right? Because
Yeah.
whenever you're accused, you are already on trial by in the eyes of society, and
Hmm.
That's a
you're
fact.
already guilty in the eyes of society. So when you go and you get on stand and you're found not guilty, you have already suffered for a crime that the court found you not guilty of. And
And the sad part is you still
I know people gonna be mad at this, but get out your feelings, y'all. I get it. Like he should be in jail for DV. I'm not arguing that.
and the
He
part
definitely
and the
probably
part
did.
that sucks
Hmm.
the part that sucks is even when you're found innocent for the stuff that you're on trial for and whatnot, what's gonna happen is you still gotta defend yourself to society. Like they're never gonna look at you the same again. Once an accusation comes out about a man, you're never going to be seen the same again.
Yeah,
Look at Michael Jackson. He was accused of a whole bunch of stuff. They checked him thoroughly, was found not guilty of anything. And forever he was called Wacko Jacko. Like,
bro,
that's crazy.
bro. I'm gonna take it a step further. Michael Vick was found guilty of
Oh yeah,
dog
yeah.
fighting that was in a house that he brought for friends and family that he barely was at. But because he
Wasn't
was
even
the
there.
owner, they said, "Hey, you had to know this was going on," and then people still won't forgive this man, right?
Hmm.
Still won't.
Now
And he
it's
did three
different.
years.
It's different because he was found guilty of running the ring or whatever, right? But that's because them people that was doing it, they didn't want to take the fall for it, and the house was in his name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like your image is damaged, no matter
Hmm.
what. You
Forever.
got to work. You got to
Forever.
work 10 times as hard. And if you're blessed and you have an acute appetite to double your work ethic that you had initially, maybe you'll get some of that back. And again, I want to be so clear about this, y'all. I could care less about Diddy. I could care less about Diddy. I'm just talking about the case. It could be Tommy and whoever versus the feds, right? That had
Right.
the same situation. I'm strictly talking about the law. The
The
law.
law.
That's it. Like the prosecution, to me, didn't do anything but help the defense defend Diddy. You calling these witnesses up knowing that they were money hungry, they were lifestyle hungry. You helped the case. Like, oh, so they were doing, like, it looked like a whole bunch of willing participants that were mad when one got treated better than the other. That's how it looks. I'm
Right.
not saying that's what it was. And then also, bro, can we talk about the assistant that said Diddy abused her multiple nights? And when I say abuse, you understand what I mean, right? Abused her multiple nights,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and then she's writing happy birthday posts and sending
Right.
text messages about how great he is, and like, and I know some people have big S this year era right here when we talk about the
I'm on my
trial,
podcast right now, cuz.
right? What? When people talk
Yes,
about
my bad, y'all. Somebody just called me. I had to let them know I was doing our podcast.
tell them this happened. When people talk about abuse and everything, big S, I know this sometimes drives you up a wall, right? Like showing love to your abuser is a real thing. Unfortunately, I don't know the limitations of that or all that it encompasses. But what I'm saying is, when you have a case like this, for a young lady that claims she was abused multiple times, to write a social media post. This wasn't a private text message. To write a
Right.
social media post, happy birthday, and how great you are and everything after these incidents occur, as a regular citizen
How
on
much
the
abuse
outside,
could you
that
have been
doesn't
taken?
right. And I know it sounds wrong, but I'm just telling you, as a regular human on the outside, I can understand, like, if y'all are in person and you're still working and you do that because you're scared. But
Right.
a social media post is just like, and text messages about I love, like, it's just crazy work, y'all. That's crazy work. I'm done.
And
I'm
you
done.
know what? You might think that you sound wrong for saying it, but you don't. People are just wrong for not putting on their literal brain. Like, why are y'all going off of what society said? Think about this literally, y'all. Logically and literally. Take your emotions out of it. Take your emotions out of it. Logically and literally. If you were being abused, put yourself in this situation. If you were being abused, are you making happy birthday posts to somebody that you got away from? Like, seriously. Now, I can't speak to the mind of an abused person because I never went through it, right? So I can't say that, you know what I'm saying, people that's been abused should never be endearing to their abuser. Who knows? Maybe they was cool, like their minds was trained up to like where it was fine with them. But then you can't even call it abuse no more. Because if you're fine with it now, it's no longer abuse. You need to learn the house rules. That's what you need to do. If you're gonna be a part of the house, learn the house rules. Get mad at me all you want to, but this is his house rules. If you're being abused, don't come back to the house. You don't get away from the abuser and then keep contacting them and then get back to them, but you felt so abused. Come on, we're gonna stop this. We're gonna stop this. Tell the truth, nasty. You're freaky too. That's it.
I ain't got anything else to say on Diddy, except for I do think that he will actually get some jail time. I'm thinking in the range of 2 to 5 years.
And if that's the case, 2 to 5 years, he got time served because he's been sitting in jail for damn near 2 years for the case.
It hasn't been that long.
Yes, it has. And he's not
Has it
getting
been
let
like
go to October because they said he's too dangerous to let go right now until they give him the sentence.
so? It's been like several months.
I think it's been
No, it's
like a
been
year.
longer than that.
I think a year.
I don't think
A
it's
year.
been
They
that
raided. They
long. I
raided last
mean,
year. Yeah,
I want
about
to
a
say a
year.
year. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he
I
got
would
a
say a
year in.
year.
A year time served then,
Yeah,
if that was the
right.
case.
Yeah. So I mean, he can still have 19 years left, or he can have no time
Yeah,
left. But I
if they
think
give
it's
him
going to
20
be
years, y'all,
2 to
I ain't
5.
gonna lie. If they give him 20 years, y'all, they just want to make a statement. I'm just being honest. They
Yeah,
give him 20 years.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't
Yeah.
like Diddy.
Oh
If they
yeah.
give him 20 years, I would be upset for him because this is ridiculous. You got white people that killed 9 people, and you gave him food and probation.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. But
I can't. Nah,
and
you're gonna
again,
give this
because
man 20 years for somebody that was willing to go into there, but this man who killed people get to get probation because
different
the
laws,
judicial
man.
system ain't something that'll rehab him the right way. What?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's all I got on that. But
Yeah.
all
I
right.
know Kelly probably in there like they gave me 33. I didn't do half of what you did. They better give you something.
Different, yeah, different circumstance though. Different circumstance. Y'all got anything else? We good? I figure this
Not
episode
about
10.
not about Diddy.
I have some stuff.
You have something else? You ain't got nothing else.
Not really.
Let me give the
Nah.
benediction, man. Yo, it's been episode 10 by the circle. Y'all know what it
Wait a
is.
minute. The
Gene,
benediction. It's only 51
JS,
minutes. Gene, hold up. Let's say
Josh,
something.
Big
I miss
S.
y'all.
We gonna
Good.
see y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all
I
tap
miss
in.
y'all.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment,
I love
share.
y'all.
I don't know, y'all. Go tap in with JS social media or something so he can talk to y'all because he's lonely. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Hi.